all in the organization, so we can make it all things.
And be careful what you wish for.
Sorry, I broke my PC, so I'm using his PC. Yeah, I think so. No, I think it was broken when we did that.
You did an adventure cabinet?
I don't know. I'm wishing for it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Fumi Yamasaki. 2 months ago in March, I went to a conference called ETEC, and they asked me to speak under the title "Weird Japanese Toys and Tools." Personally, I don't think it's weird. I think it's interesting, but that was the topic, so check it out. So, these Japanese weird or interesting toys and tools, they didn't just come up. In my theory, it came from the historical craftsmanship that Japanese people had for a long time, plus the subculture, like we call it moe culture. These made these Japanese weird or interesting toys and tools, and I'd like to use an example here about robots. So in 17th century, Japanese people already had these wooden dolls that it's like a robot that was made of wood. And then people saw, like boys, they saw Tetsuwan Atomo Gundam, Astro Boy Gundam, these animes. And then these animes inspired these engineers or boys. And things like Asimo or Aibo, these robots. Okay? So that's sort of the theory, which I'd like to apply to other examples. So this is an example of just music software. Companies like Yamaha and Krypton, they've been doing these historically. They've been doing the sound softwares for a long time. And then they have this character, Miku, the little girl. And then this combination made a lot of boom for the software called Hatsune Miku, which you can actually make music and let this girl sing the song on your computer. So the software called Hatsune Miku is sold very well. It took 27% of the market share in the sound-related division. And this actually inspired the creators a lot. What's that? Can I get the video? And in case people hasn't seen what this Hatsune Miku makes, there's a little video of it. So network is a little slow, but this is practically what you can get from Hatsune Miku. It's a voice of an famous anime actor. So if you program a song, then this vocalized software will sing it for you. Okay. And actually, so this software inspired a lot of people, and people started making a lot of songs. And one of the songs made it into number 2 of the Ray sales ranking. And you can see Nakashima Mikaku is a very famous singer. So Supercell was above Nakashima Mika in the sales ranking, so it's a big hit, although a software is singing it. And then there's a lot of people making music, a lot of people making pictures, like drawing pictures. And the important thing here is that, like Disney and Pikachu or Nintendo or whatever, these companies tries to close their assets, but Crypto Future Media, who made this software, they made people or users make the parodies, and they promoted it. So a lot of people started making these things. So that's the pictures, and then a lot of people started making videos too. And there's an example of the video. Sorry.
I'd pause it and let it load a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scroll it back.
Yeah, so let's do that with the other videos.
Yes. The reason is the MacBook Air is slow.
Yeah.
I think it's the network. I think it's the
MacBook
network.
Air and the network problem. But actually, I think you can see sort of how like it looks professional, but nobody's paid for making this, and they're doing this because they love it, and they're not paid for this. 他のビデオちょっと進めてコメントしていただいてすみません。And then you pause it. So it's 5 minutes. And then not everybody can use these 3D softwares because it's expensive, because it's complicated. Not everybody can make these 3D animes. But one of the users made this free software that you can actually use the bones of the Hatsune Miku body, and also you can move it. It's 3D rendering. And people started making a lot of videos with using this 3D tool called Miku Miku Dance. And here's another video, sorry. Yeah, Jamiro. So this is Jamiro Freud's promotion video song, and then this is the Miku version that one user created. You can see how smooth it is moving.
It's like the real video.
Amazing. And nobody's paying him for this. Him or her, I don't know who made it.
That's great.
Oh, point it. And usually when there's like contests and everything, companies do it. Like if Krypton Future Media or Duango made a contest, it would make sense. But a lot of people made Miku Miku Dance videos, and a lot of people saw it. So the users started making this user-led 3D video contest of Miku. And all these Hatsune Miku things and these Miku Miku Dance things, they started with the community or a website called Nico Nico Doga, which is like YouTube. It's a video sharing site where you can put comments on top of the videos like this. And it's usually like white, one-line comments. But when you give this tool to the Nico Nico Doga users, you start doing like this and then drop pictures of it and then make motions, and this actually moves, the heart moves. So they start playing with this tool that they get. And historically, Japanese people had the habit of like drawing pictures with the letters like this and this. But it's a bit harder because the letters move, right, with the videos. Nico Nico Doga was a very big boom, and it said that 1/12 of Japanese traffic is Nico Nico Doga. It was a big thing. Important thing is that it's a community. So they won the Art Electronica prize, but the division that got the prize was digital community. It's the community that was very important. It's not the technology. Because there was a lot of copycats of Nico Nico Doga, like Nico Nico Doga, which is very similar. But all of them were not successful. Only Nico Nico Doga was successful. And that's because of the community that they had. The people who were uploading interesting stuff and the people who were watching these interesting stuff. So when you give an interesting tool, it makes something interesting. But this is another example of giving like a normal tool to geeks, and then they start making interesting things. So I think everybody knows what Microsoft Excel is, a spreadsheet. So when Nico Nico Doga users use Microsoft Excel, they started making anime videos out of these Excels. So, and this is a sword, and you can see the video here. It's interesting. It's interesting. So this is the Excel software interface. You can see here how the spreadsheet number is turning because it's all it's all spreadsheet. And they did the lines purpose because people wouldn't believe that it was Excel sheet, and then they deleted the lines now so it looks more sharper as an enemy.
So then could you get that Excel file and then try it on your own computer?
It's very heavy. But you can if you want to.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Because the source, they
Yeah.
so you can do it if you want to.
Yeah, and this is only within Japan? Is that what this is?
Well, this Nico Nico Doga is Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, and German. No English.
That doesn't, I mean, that's all right. It's just like another subculture. I never heard
Yeah.
of this stuff.
And on YouTube, usually the users, like the person who uploaded the video, would put tags. But in Nico Nico Doga, other people who are watching the videos, they can add tags to the videos. What happened was that when you see like techie things, people put Nico Nico Tech Club, Nico Nico Kijutsu the tag, because it's Nico Nico Doga and it's techie. So there was no such thing as Nico Nico Tech Club that existed until people started tagging them as Nico Nico Tech Club. And these Nico Nico Tech Club people, well, so they started uploading a bunch of weird or techie geeky thingies. And this next weekend, there's an event called Big Tokyo Meeting in Hachioji. Yeah. So at these events, these people start like uploading, presenting all these weird things. One thing that the Nico Nico Doga people, Nico Nico Tech Club people are very keen about right now, come from this video. So somebody uploaded this video, and Nico is playing this musical instrument that didn't even exist. So somebody saw this video. And then somebody asked if people can, Nico Nico Doga, people can make this musical instrument like this. And then, so somebody made this $3 display, the little thingy you can buy in Akizuki Deshi version. This is Nintendo DS version. This is Wii Remote version. This is like there's like hundreds of musical instruments that these people made. And I just said augmented reality version just to explain a little bit about what it is. So if you have this camera, webcam, or these glasses, something that looks like this in your real eyes will look like this. Like you can see something virtual on top of the real world. So it's how the visions you can get. And the augmented reality version of this that was made by one of the users was. So you don't see anything now. If you put the camera on, you can see this visibility. Sort of an example. ごめんなさいね。Okay. And augmented reality and virtual reality, this is not new either. But I just wanted to emphasize that it's historical craftsmanship of Japanese people, meaning Aero Toolkit, which was made back in 1999. It was made by a Japanese guy too. But it was only for like academic world until these Nico Nico Doga things happened. But an anime director saw this augmented reality things at a conference, and he thought of making this anime called Dead No Coil, which uses the augmented reality world, and that actually inspired the engineers. これ飛ばしますかで次のビデオいっちゃいましょう。この次も。I'll just skip it, but there's like a video of Miku dancing Uma Uma in augmented reality. それ飛ばして、フィギュアがない。フィギュアがない。Yeah, yeah. So the engineers that were inspired by this made this video that Miku dances. So you can see this clock is real, and then this is virtual. So that's how people started playing with it. I think I'm running out of time, so I'll just end with so this is the actual figure that was sold in the market, but it's augmented reality figure. So if you can poke at this girl, and you can see this video on YouTube, and you can see that it's very famous. And then this a community called Hackers Cafe. They started thinking that augmented reality things are very interesting. So they started like riding a bicycle, and you can see the augmented reality. You have this star that you can see only if you have the glasses on. So they started like running around, and they put map on, and they started doing it's like a star rally, like it's cyber star rally. So it's not just the virtual world, but it's becoming to be a real world thinking too. So I'm sorry, I think I'm running out of time, so I'll skip the thin funding, but there's a lot of interesting geeky things that Japanese people are making. I think they're interesting, and the most important thing is community, I think. Thank you.
I was wondering if you could briefly touch on like the whole MAD video phenomenon and why it's being such a conflict between the mass media versus the user.
So in case people don't know what MAD videos are you take like anime videos and then you rip it and then you make like a parody version out of it. And it's very popular in Nico Nico Doga world. And there's like the conflict that he's saying is that on one side you have the promotional aspect because people who's never seen like K-On, it's anime. So people who's never seen K-On might see it if they see interesting math. So it's sort of like a promotion tool for the anime creators. But on the other hand, if the MAD is becoming real popular and people wouldn't see the actual animes, that's like the bad point for the anime creators. And another interesting point about this is that in Japan, from like 20 or 30 years ago, we have this doujinshi culture. It's like doujinshi is amateur-made manga or comic books that remixes like the real comics. So they just like blend the characters and make parodies out of it. So we had this long history, and it was said to be great. And basically, the publishing companies in Japan sort of admitted, so officially they can't say it's good, but they've been like sort of closing their eyes because it's promotional type of thing. And this has been going on for like 20, 30 years now. So it's not something that just came on and the battle suddenly began, but it's been a long history. And a company called Kadokawa, they started admitting these anime MADs, and they on the YouTube Kadokawa channel, they're officially agreeing that some of the promotional like good MAD animes are okay, and they're promoting it. So, am I talking too long? Sorry.
No, I had a question. Like in America, right? If you parody like a film or something like that, it's completely legal, and they have no way to take it out. But in Japan, what are the copyright rules?
Okay, so there's the fair use issue,
Right.
and so even in U.S. You can't do it. Like so, Star Wars was sort of example that is exclusive. なんだっけ例外的 Exceptional, sorry. So George Lucas is very, very keen on having the fan community supporting them, right? I'm sorry, are you the expert?
It's okay. Take your time. If the person after me is willing to push back, you're very interesting.
Sorry.
It's all good.
So he's very keen on protecting the fans. So they didn't delete the fan videos, right? But other than that, like before George Lucas himself said it's okay, they were deleting it on YouTube. So it's not like they're accepting everything. The other aspect is the fair use, and we don't have fair use in Japan right now, and it's being debated in the Congress right now about changing the copyright law about getting fair use into the Japanese legal system. So that's another issue.
Japan is the most protected copyright country in the world.
Yeah.
For the creator.
Mm-hmm. So no. But that's the law, right? But the most interesting thing about this is that there's the huge gray area that was allowed in the doujinshi market, right?
That's Japan now.
Yeah, that's very Japan.
Lots of laws, no enforcement. So.
Fandom, so like, are you really fans of the actual manga or the comics?
And so I think I can talk about doujinshi thing for like an hour. So doujinshi is like a test bed for people to start making comments. And a lot of the manga readers that are on the commercial area, they started with writing doujinshi. So the companies that are publishing really can't like stop them because it's sort of like, you know, a training period for the starting people. Like use the character of other animes or mangas, and then they start drawing and they become like better manga writer, and then they start making their own. So that's sort of the tricky part in the Japanese manga market. Sorry.
It's okay. It's cool. It's fine. They're all interested. It's all right. No worries. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I will post a link to her blog, so that I think you know her blog post has all videos
Yeah.
in the page, so you will be enjoying.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
need the video, Kigo?
No, I just have a,
It's right over there.
no, I just have a thing, but it's not showing. I'm not seeing the screen, do you know? Oh, I see. Oh, I got it. I always have somebody help me with this part.
I think it's probably useful.